All life is sustained by the taking of another. That sounds harsh, but the truth is written into the fabric of existence. Every bite, every breath, every act of survival involves something else losing so you can continue. Check this out now. A lion eats a gazelle, a bird eats a worm. Every plant steals sunlight, water, and soil to grow. Life never moves forward without something else being consumed. We know that we like to dress it up with softer words: harvest, progress, development, but the core doesn't change. If you turn the forest into a farmland, crops will grow, but the life that the forest sustained will vanish. If you cleared for real estate, families move in, but the animals, trees, and ecosystem that thrive there die off. One life form advances, another declines. This isn't new. Ancient civilization lived with this truth, sometimes with reverence, sometimes with recklessness. The Mayans cut forests to build farmland, creating great cities, but eventually the land turned against them when they took too much. In West Africa, farmers practiced shifting cultivation, moving fields so the lands could recover. Because they knew if you took too much without giving back, the soil itself would punish you. In Japan, Shinto shrines stood as reminders that nature had spirits. So you didn't strip without respect. Across the Amazon, ancient tribes farmed in harmony with the jungle, understanding the forest feeds you only if you don't empty it. But human ambitions often forget balance. Industrialization in Europe tore up landscapes for coal, iron, and steel, fueling progress while choking rivers and skies. Colonies across the globe were carved up not for survival but for greed, extracting resources and leaving scars. The pattern is the same. Take more than you need, call it advancement, then act surprised when the system collapses. Even today, the pattern plays out. A forest becomes a soybean farm, a field becomes a shopping mall, oceans are overfished until entire species disappear. We call it development, but really it's just displacement in a nicer suit. And it's not just about nature. Humans do this to each other too. Careers are built by consuming the time and energy of workers. Cities expand by pushing out the poor. Every advancement leaves something or someone behind. Here's the masculine truth though: you can't escape the taking. Life feeds on life, but you can control how you take. There's a difference between survival and exploitation. There's a difference between eating what you need and gorging until nothing is left. Discipline isn't just about your body, it's about your consumption. Think about your own life. Check it out though. Relationships can be consuming. You can take someone's time, energy, or trust. Do you give back or do you leave them hollow? What consumes your hours? Do you use your livelihood to build meaningful life or do you waste it chasing distraction? Even your own mind takes scrolling endlessly, consuming stimulation, often without giving yourself room to breathe. Now, the balance is this though. Life will always involve taking. The question is whether you take responsibly or recklessly. The lion that hunts too many gazelles starves later. The farmer that drains the soil leaves his children barren lands. The man who takes from everyone around him without giving back dies rich but unloved. Different cultures understood this. The Lakota Sioux said, all things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the children of the earth. In Hindu philosophy, Dharma included the duty of balance. Take only what is fair. In African proverb, hunters are reminded to honor the animal spirit. They weren't just spiritual saying, they were survival codes. Break the balance and the system breaks you. And yet, modern society sells the opposite. Take more, take faster, consume now, worry later. The result? We live in a world where entire ecosystem collapse and humans wonder why they feel empty. Because just like forest, we can consume ourselves into ruin. The masculine approach isn't pretending you don't take. Don't lie to yourself. It's being accountable for how you do it. You will always need to consume, but can you do it with discipline? Can you take in a way that builds instead of destroy? Can you be the man who respects the balance instead of the one who gorges on it? Because here's the truth though. Every skyscraper, every meal, every paycheck sits on top of something that was taken. You can't change that, but you can choose whether your taking sustains or suffocates. So, all life is sustained by the taking of another. The question isn't if you will take. The question is whether your taking leaves enough for the next man, the next child, the next generation. Unless you believe progress means eating until nothing is left but the bones of the world. I beg go.